This actually happened. In 1814, British troops set fire to the White House, leaving America's capital in ashes. The president fled, his wife risked everything, and a storm changed history. But what happened next will leave you speechless. August 24, 1814. Washington, D.C. is a young, scrappy city, barely a capital. The United States, just decades old, is locked in the War of 1812 against Britain. Tensions are sky high. Americans burned British property in Canada, and now the Redcoats want payback. Picture the scene. Humid summer air. Dust rising as 4,000 British troops march toward D.C. The city's barely defended militia scattered. Government in chaos. Enter President James Madison. He's no warrior, a scholar leading a nation at war. His advisors warn him, the British are coming. Madison flees to safety, leaving his wife Dolley, in a city about to burn. Dolley Madison, the First Lady, isn't just a hostess, she's a force. As British boots echo closer, she stays in the White House, packing treasures. Imagine her, hands trembling, rolling up a massive portrait of George Washington. She won't let the enemy take America's soul. The British arrive at dusk. General Robert Ross, hardened by battles against Napoleon, leads the charge. His men storm the Capitol, piling furniture to fuel the flames. The Library of Congress, gone. Thousands of books reduced to ash. Then, the White House. Soldiers mockingly dine on Madison's abandoned meal, wine glasses clinking. Laughter echoing before torches light up the president's home. The fire is so intense it's seen for miles. But here's where it gets darker. The destruction isn't random. It's revenge for American attacks in Canada. The British want to humiliate the upstart nation. They succeed. Washington's citizens watch their capital burn, helpless. Betrayal stings. Where's the army? Why wasn't the city defended? But then, nature intervenes. A massive storm, some say a hurricane, slams D.C. the next day. Torrential rain, howling winds. British soldiers scatter, their victory cut short. The fires sputter out. Was it God's hand, as some claimed, or just a wild coincidence? Either way, it saves what's left of the city. Zoom in on Dolley Madison. She's not just saving a painting, she's preserving hope. Her courage contrasts the government's failure. The irony. The British thought burning the White House would break America's spirit. Instead, it galvanizes a nation. And just when they thought it couldn't get worse, the aftermath is grim. Washington's a smoldering ruin. Politicians bicker. Should the capital move? Philadelphia, New York? But Madison doubles down. The White House is rebuilt, its walls painted bright white to cover the scars, hence the name we know today. The war drags on, but the burning of Washington becomes a rallying cry. By 1815, the Treaty of Ghent ends the War of 1812. No one really wins, but America survives. Think about it. A fledgling nation, humiliated, could have crumbled. Instead, it rebuilt. The White House, once a pile of ash, stands as a symbol of resilience. But the cost, lost history, shattered pride lingers. What's haunting is how close America came to losing its identity. If the storm hadn't hit, would Washington still be the capital? If Dolley hadn't saved that portrait, would we remember the defiance of 1814? The burning wasn't just an attack, it was a test. The White House stands today, a monument to survival. But here's the chilling question. If history repeats, would we rise again or fall? If this story shocked you, hit the like button. Share your thoughts in the comments. I read them all. Subscribe for more deep dives into untold history.